7 treatments in this video were once considered cutting-edge medicine, prescribed by respected physicians to kings, priests, and ordinary people. Today, every single one of them would end a doctor's career. Several would end with an arrest. Not because they were superstition. Some of them genuinely worked. That's what makes this list uncomfortable. These weren't back-alley remedies. They were printed in official medical catalogues and stocked in respectable pharmacies. Let's start with the oldest one on the list. Number 7. Drilling a hole in a living person's skull. The procedure is called trepanation. A surgeon cuts or scrapes away a section of bone from the top of the head, leaving the brain untouched. It is the oldest surgical practice we know of, stretching back at least 7,000 years. Archaeologists have recovered over 1,500 trepan skulls from nearly every inhabited continent. And here's the part people find hardest to believe. It worked. The healed bone edges prove patients survived. In some Peruvian samples, survival reached as high as 91%. Today, performing this without a medical license isn't malpractice. It's assault, and people have been prosecuted for it. Number 6. Eating human remains as medicine. For roughly 700 years, Europeans consumed powdered human corpses as a cure-all. It started with a mistranslation. Arabic writings described a natural mineral pitch found on a Persian mountainside. European readers misunderstood and concluded the healing substance came from embalmed Egyptian bodies. By 1618, mummy was listed in the official London Pharmacopoeia as an approved medicine. Physicians prescribed it for headaches, plague, paralysis, bruising, and heart attacks. King Francis I of France reportedly carried a personal supply wherever he traveled. Demand got so high that merchants began faking it. One dealer admitted producing 40 ancient mummies in a single batch. Number 5. Drinking human blood, fresh at the moment of death. Ancient Romans believed blood drunk hot from a gladiator's wounds could cure epilepsy. The practice didn't stay in antiquity. In early modern Europe, executioners sold vials of blood from the scaffold. People with epilepsy would pay to drink it warm, on the spot. The last recorded attempt in Germany was in 1908, not the Middle Ages, 1908, and the hypocrisy was noticed at the time. The writer Michel de Montaigne pointed out that Europeans condemned cannibalism abroad while swallowing human flesh at home. Today, this sits somewhere between abuse of a corpse and a serious public health offense. Number 4. Mercury, taken internally for years at a time. Mercury was prescribed across China, India, and Europe for skin disease, infections, and syphilis. In Europe, it became the standard syphilis treatment for roughly 400 years. And it did something. It suppressed visible symptoms, which looked exactly like a cure. But mercury poisoning causes tremors, tooth loss, kidney failure, and severe personality changes. Patients frequently died of the treatment rather than the disease. Mercury is now banned from medicine in most of the world, and handling it requires hazmat protocols. Number 3. Draining blood until the patient loses consciousness. For over 2,000 years, bloodletting was the most common medical procedure on Earth. The theory was that illness came from an imbalance of 4 bodily fluids, and removing blood restored balance. It was prescribed for fever, headache, pneumonia, and almost anything else you can name. The safe stopping point, according to some practitioners, was the moment the patient fainted. George Washington was bled heavily during his final illness. he died within a day. Bloodletting persisted deep into the 19th century, long after doctors had microscopes. Number 2. Pouring boiling oil into open wounds. When gunpowder arrived in Europe, surgeons believed gunshot wounds were poisoned by the powder itself. The standard treatment was cauterization, sealing the wound closed with boiling oil. It was agonizing, and it destroyed the healthy tissue surrounding the injury. Then in 1537, a young French surgeon named Ambroise Paré ran out of oil during a battle. Desperate, he improvised a mild dressing instead and fully expected his patients to die overnight. By morning, the men treated without oil were resting comfortably. The others were in agony. Medicine changed permanently. And number 1, knocking a patient unconscious using poison. Before modern anesthetic, surgeons needed patients to stop moving, and the only tools available were toxic plants. Medieval recipes describe a sedative drink built from ingredients including hemlock, henbane, and mandrake. All 3 are genuinely poisonous. All 3 can kill. There was no reliable way to measure a dose. The line between sleep and death was guesswork, which means every successful operation was also a survived poisoning. Today, these plants are controlled, and administering them this way would be attempted manslaughter. Look at this list, and one thing stands out. Almost none of it was superstition. Every treatment here came from real observation, real reasoning, and a real attempt to help, which is worth remembering. Because in 300 years, someone will make this exact list about us.